Hi. So for this video, we will cover the course of first step to code, programming fundamental with C++. We will cover the chapter 1, the basic concept of computer system. So basically everyone already know the basic concept, but we just revise. Uh, Computer is an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory unit, and also it will handle input, will do the will execute the process, and also will display the output. So there are three criteria uh, to become a computer. Basically, computer is this is the very basic definition. We can apply this characteristic to any device so that it can become a computer. Your phone also, if it is satisfy all these criteria, electronic device operating under the control of instruction, and also to have some input to execute some process to produce the output. Okay, so actually how do computers work? uh, the input, they will get the input from user. If we are the user, we will give the input to the user, and then our computer will do some processing so that it can display the output. So it's also applied to our coding lah. So we write some code, then the computer will compile, and then will run, and then will display what is the output from that particular coding. Okay. Um, so computers work from computer architecture view. It is from user application. User application will interact with OS, operating system, and then hardware will run the instruction request by the OS. Um, that one for the side of computer architecture lah. How how it is work from one component to another component. And if you go to the computer component here, is the component of a computer is hardware and also software. So hardware is anything that you can touch on, while for the software is can be a operating system, or can be the device driver, or can be the application software. So for the hardware, anything that you can touch from your camera, from your laptop, can be your camera, or it can be your device. It can be your um, um, keyboard, and so on. Okay. While for the software is anything inside the computer. Okay. What we will learn for this chapter, we learn about computer hardware and also computer software, so that we know how the process will work. Okay. Um, Computer software basically is the definition, component mounted inside a case, include all electronic component and also mechanical component. This one, uh, this is the basic definition. If uh, in the early generation, this is how the computers looks alike. So everything will be inside a CPU. It will be inside that casing, and then we will have some DVD port over there. We do have hard disk drive. We have RAM. We do have video card and so on. But nowadays, for a very um, premium computer, they will have all these things because they need the superpower. But for the normal usage, basically, our laptop already can satisfy all those criteria. So if nowadays, even for for a laptop, they will have a super uh, it will come up with a superpower requirement. Okay. And then we do have this is the example of computer hardware lah. But nowadays, uh, in we do have all these things with a connected device. Okay. Basically, a peripheral device can be a mouse, can be joystick, can be printer, can be headphone, can be microphone, or can be camera. Okay. For the computer software, the definition, software components are the computer programs necessary to operate the computer hardware component and to perform user-specified other jobs on the system. So for the software, we do have application, and also we do have system. So for the application, anything that we need to use so that we can run our computer. We need to run the computer accordingly lah. What kind of activity that we want to have. While for the system, it is the um, uh, software to run the all those devices, all those hardware devices. Okay, we do have utility software, we do have hypervisor and so on. Okay, this is among the computer software that you familiar with. Basically, we do have words. Everyone basically knows word, and um, Excel. We do have PowerPoint, Access, so email, Gmail here, Google Drive. Okay, this is the example of computer software lah. So computer software can be divided into two: general purpose of application and also custom made. Okay, for general purpose, basically, it is the one that we can get from the market. But for the custom made software, uh, it, it can be the desktop software application, it can be web application, it can be mobile application. That one we will develop accordingly to the requirement that set up request by the customer lah. So as a programmer later, you will be the one that develop this custom made software. Okay, so how to develop this custom made software? So that is when we need to know the basic of how the application will work, so that we know how the input from user can be processed by the computer so that it will display the output. Okay. Uh, so that one will be the first part for our course. So we will see we will meet again in our second video. So bye.